I think the scary part is that because both sides getting more, firepower, what will happen in the next round, 2-3 years from now? Then it's going to get really scary, I think. That's what it looks like from the outside.
I wish it's only 2-3 years. It could be in 2-3 days. I mean, it's ridiculous what's happening. Every week is another trauma here.
Every day, not every week.
I mean, you start to laugh because it's so depressing. But
so Jonathan, are you living also in Israel, or where are you living?
Jerusalem, yeah.
Jerusalem, yeah.
But it's we are in the west of the city, and it's there was one alarm that went off. There were 4 explosions, but they were outside the city. That was the only time.
That's the only time. Okay.
In other parts of the country, it's much worse.
Yeah.
They have alarms going off once a day, twice a day, once every 2 days, depends where. And yeah, it's intense. But it's designed. It's like absolutely designed. It's not. It's a war that's been designed for sure. From.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a little bit like.
Sad,
yeah.
It's very sad. It's absolutely political, and it has nothing to do with the people. People just want to live in peace and hang out. This is Pele. He's 5 years old.
Yeah.
Eva, Thomas.
Hello.
In English to them.
Hi.
Hey.
You have a nice Shabbat? היה שבת נחמד? כן? חמודי. Yeah, so also the kids here that I'm staying, my friends' kids, we haven't had any rockets, no sirens, but they are feeling traumatized because just by being in this atmosphere and the thought that it can happen up in the north, because Hezbollah also has ammunition.
Yeah,
so it affects everybody in the whole country. מה אתה עושה רגל? מה זה? מה זה פלא? לא. נחמד או לא? Hi, Anna.
It's a nice game to see your foot in the screen like that,
Hey. Hey in Swedish, Pelle means shalom.
Hello.
Hello.
Thomas, Anna, shalom.
Hello.
Anna.
And Jonathan, he's our main he does music.
Okay.
And we're a very little group today. We didn't have time and energy to plan a hard week. But it's really good to see you all and get the Swedish input here.
Yes.
Yeah, Miriam is on the way here. She should be here in a couple minutes.
And then Jacob too. Okay.
Yaakov said he would join the Zoom. I don't know. He's probably gonna join soon. I don't know.
Okay, so we'll
I told him, like, please don't join us late because it might not be very long today. I don't know.
Namaste.
And I hope Michal is going to join us also. I don't know what's going on.
From Brazil. Yeah. Oh, and Chaim Cohen, he said he can't come in because Shabbat ends at 11 in France. So we won't have him. But we'll do a little meditation and Jonathan will sing. And Pele will clap his hands, right? Pele, אתה רוצה שלום? אתה רוצה שלום? כן? אתה רוצה ככה? כן?
מוחא כפיים לשלום, פלא.
שלום?
He's clapping hands for peace. I asked him if he wants peace.
Amen.
So he's clapping hands, and then I asked him, and he said yes. Clapping hands for peace. Cheering for it. It's very good.
Jag ska hitta olivbladet nu.
You want to play a song with ABBA? You want to play a song before we meditate?
נגן שיר קודם?
כן, אתה רוצה לשיר עם אבא?
דיטציה או נגן?
אתה אוהב את אבא. Oh, what's that, Anna?
Here is olive. Olive.
Olive.
Yeah.
No.
Olive.
Yes, olive.
Likes
From
it.
Sweden also. Yeah. So we put it on our table here for a symbol of for peace. Mm.
Yes, the olive branch for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know the olives.
We need a dove also, white dove.
Vad säger han? Yeah, yes, double, yeah.
But we have the flower of life here behind, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on our wall.
Yes, I have here also.
Oh, wow.
And we have a little olive tree outside our door.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know olive trees can grow in Sweden. Are you
Now
kidding?
in the kruka.
Wow. Okay.
Kanske större här.
יכולה.
Den här.
So, and I also feel like the Middle East, I mean, especially the Holy Land, I think every 2-3 years, it needs kind of a sort of a bang, like a release, like it affects the whole world. The whole world starts go freaking out. Everybody takes sides, right? And it's like some kind of release, and then these victims who die. So this cycle, I so much want to find a way to raise and like find a solution. On the other hand, I think it's an energetic thing that's happening in the last 20 years. I don't know how many times, 15 years now, since we left Gaza Strip. And it's only maybe it has to do with some energetic release that is happening on the yin and yang level, you know, on a conflict-based level. It's really weird because everything is from God, right? So why is this happening? Why can't we just stop this cycle? You know, why doesn't it end? And so this is the pre-messianic times, like, and the Middle East is very much all these people. If it's not happening yet, then we're not there yet.
We can mute also, so we hear just Eva.
Yeah, when he starts to sing. Hi, Miriam.
Hello.
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 From Sweden.
They're from Göteborg, Gothenburg.
Ja.
Jag räddar på mitt namn där.
Thomas Andersson. Vet ni att jag kommer om en vecka?
Till Sverige eller?
Ja.
Okej.
Om en vecka?
Ja, Thomas födelsedag. Nej, han är 13 juni. Inte i maj.
Ja, du sa fel sist i så fall.
Jag kommer om en vecka, jag menar 13 maj.
Jaha, du gör det?
Jag kommer om en vecka!
Okej, men då hinner du på min födelsedag.
Ja!
Okej. Min födelsedag är 26 i och för sig, så det är nästan.
Okej, då är vi båda födelsedag.
Okej, så du kommer om en vecka i
מדברים בשvedית.
Jag gjorde fel, jag trodde 13 maj, men det är 13 juni. Okay, now we go back to English because we're Hebrew, Swedish. Okay, thank you. Miriam, it's nice to see you. Maybe you can sing a song of peace today too. And we'll start, I guess, with one song of Jonathan and then a meditation. Or shall we start already with the meditation? Are we waiting for more people?
I don't know if Michali and what about Yaakov and Michali, but they said it.
Okay, Norit from San Francisco is supposed to join too. Okay, we'll just have to, I'll do the meditation then and we'll sing spontaneously. And light a candle. Yeah.
Okay.
You have a candle there or something? I did already. Yeah.
Bring a candle, 1 second.
אתה יודע, הכנתי שסק וכנראה נשאר בבית. זה מעצבן אותי. הראש שלי. היי, מותק. בסדר.
ליד המראה, ליד המראה. תסתכלי ליד המראה, משמאל.
Okay, Jonathan is going to light a candle. So he's in Jerusalem, and Miriam is in the neighborhood nearby. So you want to do a prayer with that, Jonathan?
יונתן מדליק נר.
Amen.
I
Great.
just pray that all the suffering will dissolve and turn into light, and that we see, and that we see more clearly, you know, what our direction is, and flow with without, or let's say, with nourishing our environment and ourselves rather than like damaging our environment and ourselves. And yeah, and just find our happiness and our strength, and remember that we're very powerful and we have a lot to give, and just, you know, celebrate that we can give, and also remember to receive for ourselves. Yeah.
Amen. Oh, shalom. Be fred. All right. Okay. So Miriam and Jonathan, Thomas, Anna, you're in a comfortable position for like a 10 minutes meditation. Are you feeling comfortable where you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, בשם השם נעשה ונצליח, ישועת השם כהרף עין. Just relax into the chair or the sofa. So we're going to invite the archangels. B'Shem Hashem. מימיננו מיכאל ומשמאלנו גבריאל. מאחרינו רפאל ומלפנינו אוריאל. מתחתנו עם אדמה ומעלינו שכינת אל. So wherever you are now, in your place, ground your energy, your beinghood, straight line to your higher consciousness, your soul, above with your feet on the ground, connecting to Mother Earth. Breathing into your whole being and your soul, your vehicle of cleansing, your beinghood, your 3D reality here. And allowing a white light, a waterfall coming through into your crown chakra. into your mind's eye, your throat chakra, your heart. And put your hand on your heart, just connecting to your own self, your own beauty, giving thanks to your being here, this planet, all the work you do in the world. And then bring that loving energy, clearing your whole body down through the lower chakras into Mother Earth. Open the feet of your soul. Let the waterfall of light come back into Mother Earth to recycle anything that's not serving you in your body. And just relax into being inside your own temple. And feel your connection to your life's work and why you're here on this planet, and the connections you're making and the impact and the light work you're doing in the world. What is really, really manifesting wherever you go. And as you're supported by Mother Earth's earth energy, let it come back to your physical body. Start to feel the power of your own beinghood, your strength. And then let the Mother Earth energy come up through the lower chakras into your heart. And as we have 4 chambers in our heart, there are also 4 chambers in Jerusalem, or 4 quarters. So we're making a personal and collective compassion meditation today, a meditation of holding space for all kinds of walks of lives, all kinds of faiths. And then bringing that loving light up through our throat, into our skull, and up above, higher consciousness. And then reaching out together at the rooftops of Jerusalem, holding hands. And around us are doves of peace, light beings, circling spirals around to unite differences, to embrace tolerance, and to have a lot of patience for peace to be evolved, and holding the 4 quarters as a symbol for the world peace to come. If we have peace in the Middle East, it can be everywhere. And as we stand there together, let's embrace all the people we know in the world and send them love through our different faiths. And our loved ones in Jerusalem, in all the conflict-ridden areas, Akko, Lod, Abu Tur, Gaza, Tel Aviv area, Sderot, and that may no child feel fear anymore. May no child worry to fall asleep. May no grown-ups fear the safety of the children. May we see eye to eye and hold hands, brothers, cousins, in the coming times, and start shedding tears of pain, what we have inflicted on each other, and hug again, creating the Abrahamic union again, holding hands of peace, and envisioning a golden dome of light around us, and then spiraling out to the whole world with joy and peace and hope for a fantastic future for the children of our world. And may we rejoice meeting again in Jerusalem, all of us. Amen. And slowly come back to your seat or your sofa. And if there's a word you can find in your heart that for you feels encompassing peace in yourself and others, or what image would that be? And put that out in the world. So we'll seal the prayers with the golden dome, and with loving kindness come back to our little Zoom here, and maybe take a song of compassion and bring those people that we know here also, so that embrace the lightness for this. Those are not here now. Yes.
Eva, can you make me host so I can share the words?
Yeah. Okay, you have to accept.
לא. אבל I need to accept how to.
Yes. I say, did you get the exchange? Did you get
Oh,
it?
you are host now. That's okay. Okay, now I can do it.
Okay. So we can sing with you.
Yep. Can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So the song, yeah, it's called Compassion. Doesn't have the word compassion sung in it, but it's my understanding of how compassion feels. Forgiveness in its purest form, acceptance of the smallest detail, humility with listening, expressing easing sounds, acting with resilience, balancing the here and now, standing firm and holding true, a loving open heart for you. Forgiveness in its purest form, acceptance of the smallest detail, humility with listening, expressing easing sound, acting with resilience, balancing the here and now, standing firm and holding true, loving open heart for you. Loving open heart for you.
Nice. Thank you.
It's,
Thank you, Jonathan.
the Dalai Lama said something about compassion and had a whole lecture about it, so it inspired me to write these words.
What's the one on the side? Ay, oi, oi, oi. Is it?
Oh,
oi?
this one, no, this one is
Man,
it's a shamanic one. I don't want to do it. I haven't sung it in a long time, so I don't want to do it right now. But I have another song for maybe for a little later. Maybe Miriam wants to share something with us.
we can't see Miriam so well.
Yeah. I'll fix it for y'all. I'll just let Mea.
Mea is there too. Shalom, Mea.
Okay, I'm gonna sing you a song that's called Peace is Arrived. Peace is here. It's within our heart. It depends on me and you. It depends on you and me. Those are the words. So it goes like that. השלום הגיע, השלום כבר פה, והוא שוכן בתוך הלב. השלום הגיע, השלום כבר פה, והוא הולך ומתקרב. זה תלוי גם בי ובך, זה תלוי גם בי ובך, היי, זה תלוי גם בי ובך, זה תלוי גם בי ובך. השלום הגיע, השלום כבר פה, והוא שוכן בתוך הלב. השלום הגיע, השלום כבר פה, והוא הולך ומתגלה. זה תלוי גם בי ובך, זה תלוי גם בי ובך, היי, זה תלוי גם בי ובך, זה תלוי גם בי ובך. השלום הגיע, השלום כבר פה, והוא הולך ומתגלה. השלום הגיע, השלום כבר פה, והוא הולך ומתגלה. זה תלוי גם בי ובך, זה תלוי גם בי ובך, היי, זה תלוי גם בי ובך, זה תלוי גם בי ובך.
Amen.
Oh, wonderful.
We can also sing.
Also, she has a lot of songs, huh? She's got like tens of songs at least. I don't know how many, but at least like 30 songs or something, right?
Yeah, Miriam travels around the world too. You also travel around the world and sing at places.
Yes, I went with my peace songs around the world. I traveled in America and in Canada and some places in Europe, and everywhere I brought my songs and my CDs, and it was lovely. It was really a nice time of my life. 4 years I did it. I mean, not all 4 years, every summer. Yeah. And I have some CDs. I made 7 CDs, but you know, you don't buy CDs anymore.
You can find Miriam's music on iTunes.
Yeah.
I think probably on Spotify also. No, but on iTunes.
YouTube.
But if you have iTunes, you have 3 albums that are on iTunes. You know? Yeah.
Can we do a song like Heaven Shalom that maybe everybody can sing? That's a simple.
This is a very known song. You want to sing with us, all of us?
Okay, okay, we try.
So,
Den första lektion.
Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem, Evenu Shalom Aleichem. Shalom, shalom, shalom. There's a version. Evetem shalom aleinu. Evetem shalom aleinu. Evetem shalom aleinu. Evetem shalom, shalom, shalom aleinu.
Shalom aleinu. Okay.
Shalom aleinu.
Everybody.
Evetem shalom aleinu. Evetem shalom aleinu. Evetem shalom, shalom, shalom aleinu.
Yeah, and it's a very known song, yes?
Yes,
I recognize this one, yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, it's a well-known folk song that's been around for a while.
Mm.
It's a classic.
It's just one sentence. It's like you know, we brought peace on you. That's it. And then Miriam added, you brought peace on us also. You know, not just we brought it on you. You brought it on us too. So
Improvisation.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I want to sing a song. You can help. You know, it's there is one in English too, but it's also in Swedish. It's vi ska leva. Ja, den här man ska ha fred och avtalen och den där, vad heter den där sången?
Den här, it's an old, very old one in Sweden.
Yeah. Vad hette den nu då? And then it's in English too, they can sing it with us. If jag vill ha fred. Nej, vad heter den där? It will come to me. But
det här med att sjunga med FN och sådär också.
Ja, just det. Vi ska stå på och alla. Jo, vi ska inte ha någon vapen någon mer.
Ja, precis.
Vad hette den där sången?
Jag tittar på nätet, på Google nu, för vi se vad det får så.
Ja, Thomas kan googla den.
Fredssång, eller?
Jag älskar den. Jag har inte min musikbok här. Idag jag hörde
någonting.
Just det, fred på jord. Det är ju just det. Är det den?
Jag drömde.
Är det natt jag drömde?
I natt jag drömde.
Jonathan, tonight I dreamt of peace. You remember that song? I natt jag drömde. Tonight I dreamt. Da-dee-da-da. We know it in Swedish, so we'll sing it for you. It's about somebody has a dream that.
Just det är Swedish. Cornelis Vreeswijk var det.
Oh, it was Cornelis Vreeswijk. Okay, it's a song, but somebody has a dream, and everybody's standing up in the governments everywhere in the world and say there is no more wars, there's no more weapons. So we can sing it to you in Swedish when we get the text. Meanwhile, if you have any songs, go ahead. I'm going to look for that.
Kristus säg oss av. Det finns inga soldater med, det finns inga gevär. Och ingen känner längre till det ordet militär. På gatorna gick folk omkring och drog från krog till krog. Och alla drack varandra till och dansade och for. I natt jag drömde någon sång jag aldrig drömt förut. Jag drömde det var fred på jord och alla krig var slut. I natt jag drömde någon sång jag aldrig drömt förut. Jag drömde det var fred på jord och alla krig var slut.
That was our contribution.
There was a little contribution from Sweden.
Nice. It's really sounds like classical folk music, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have another song of the Sheva group.
Oh, okay. I love Sheva.
איך זה הולך?
So yeah, I can do it.
עוד יבוא שלום, כן?
That one. I love that song.
עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם, סלאם, 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 עלינו ועל כל העולם, סלאם, סלאם. הנה בא שלום עלינו, הנה בא שלום עלינו, הנה בא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. בא שלום עלינו, הנה בא שלום עלינו, הנה בא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, סלאם, סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, סלאם. כבר נמצא שלום איתנו, כבר נמצא שלום איתנו, כבר נמצא שלום איתנו ועם כולם. כבר נמצא שלום בינינו, כבר נמצא שלום בינינו, כבר נמצא שלום בינינו ובין כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, סלאם, סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, סלאם. כבר נמצא שלום בתוכנו, כבר נמצא שלום בתוכנו, כבר נמצא שלום בתוכנו ובתוך כולם.
Amen.
צריך לתרגם להם.
So yeah, we translate, but עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, it means peace will come come to us, come on us, will arrive for us.
Eventually,
It will happen. It's gonna happen. Audio voice, it will come, you know. And then salam aleinu v'al kol ha'olam. It means like peace on us and on, for us and for the whole world. Hey, Pele, oh, come and say hi to everybody here. And then we sang, and then we changed the words. So we say, okay, כבר נמצא שלום איתנו. It means peace is already with us. No? And then the last thing is peace is already within us. It's already inside us.
Right.
So it's like a progression, you know, from like longing for it into being it already.
Oh.
Hi, Esther.
Hello.
קיבלנו תגבורת, איך אומרים
We have reinforcements. Now there's now 5 of us. Maya is here. She's just it's hard to get her into the frame. I have to push the computer further away.
Sleeping.
Yeah, but she's dozing off anyway.
Beles, happy in your new home. Salam.
מה עם העץ? טיפסת עליה?
Wow. Yeah, we need a lot of these songs every day to remind us, you know. I had a little dream or little thing when I was a kid that I was going in an airplane and I flew over places where they had battlefields. And I would go like this, love each other, please, stop fighting.
מקסים ומצוחצח.
Would help. But I think we need innocence again. We need to have these visions because this is too much. We can't have any.
Det är så en familj också, kom ett barn precis. Kom.
Det är lite roligt.
There's more kids coming.
Yeah, so we're expanding here too.
One more child here.
Oh.
We have a cat for peace in Sweden here. Yeah.
I love the cat.
Yes. It's a Bengali cat.
Oh, it's a Bengali. Wow. Bengali is where they have the actual tigers, right?
Wow.
Yes.
Bengali cats. יש את הטיגריסים, שם החתול הזה. בנגלי.
Yeah, that's so cute. Wow. Did you like the cat, Pele?
Yeah, he said, that's the first thing he said. I love the cat. He even said it in English for you guys.
Cat.
Yeah.
Jag vet inte, man kan inte klappa det tyvärr. Det är det pinsamt. Man kan inte klappa katten.
I gotta share something with you guys. I know it's a little noisy here, but I'll share this with you. Like yesterday, we were in this workshop journey. It was very, very, very powerful, very strong, and I was playing music and singing, and there were people talking everywhere, all around me, you know. But I felt like I'm praying and I'm doing my work, and it doesn't matter, you know. People are speaking, but I'm still putting my intention into it, and all the conversations that are going on, it's because people are going through process. So it's okay. It looks very chaotic, but actually something very free and like accepting and allowing is happening in there. And I feel like this is one of the strongest points that should be overcome when you want to achieve peace between people. Just like everybody accept everybody, whatever is happening, doesn't matter, you know. Like I'm playing music, I don't need to be quiet, you know, like what? I'm a performer and you guys have to be quiet to listen to my amazing work or something. Like, no, you know, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm just playing my
Right.
music because I want to play it. And other people are going through the process and the music is touching them. At some points they like stop and listen, and other times they just receive it subconsciously more, whatever. It doesn't matter, you know. There, like, it's definitely like giving them. It's like being in an exhibition, but being allowed to speak. You don't have to be quiet because there's an exhibition. You don't want to disturb anybody's impression, you know, quiet impression on the inside. It's okay also, you know, sometimes I think they should allow this in the museum sometimes, you know, not to always have to keep this silence all the time. It's okay to break it, you know. The kids do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But we live in Sweden, so we a little bit silent also. And yeah.
But Jonathan, if you have that kind of philosophy, maybe you should go out on a battlefield and perform.
In a battlefield.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I actually did. I understand what you're saying, but I don't feel that I want to so much be in a battlefield. Like I'm not drawn to that energy so much, you know.
Oh, I understand.
But on the other, yeah, okay, 1 second. But on the other hand, there was a big fight happening in the kindergarten out in the playground outside here of this apartment, and it was like two kids or two teenagers. They started having a fight, and then their families came, and like a whole bunch of people, and there were like 50 people here, all screaming and cursing at each other and about to get into a serious fight. So we just went on the balcony. I was with two friends and we had a band together at the time.
Right.
We started singing Ve'ahavta lereacha kamocha. It's like love your fellow man as much as you love yourself.
Right.
That's basically what it is. We started singing this like it is a mantra over and over and over and over. As we got louder, the fight got quieter and quieter and quieter, and then it dispersed. You know, it was amazing, you know.
Brilliant.
Like, and we weren't like in their face or anything, but they could hear us because we were on the balcony. It's pretty close, you know, the playground behind here. It's not far. So, and Esther wanted also to say something here.
So Miriam and me, we're very old friends. We were friends since 1998, approximately. Either way, in the year 2000, 2001, there was an intifada here, and there was a very, very difficult situation with a lot of fighting, and Jerusalem was on fire, and every Friday we had this thing called a Day of Rage, and it was a day that there would be riots in the old city around the Temple Mount and shooting. It was very intense. So in that time, I was living, it's very funny because I was living in a place called Tirat Shalom, which means like the Tower of Peace, right? So on the other side of the country, I had this beautiful little house with a huge garden full of herbs and fruits. And I turned on the news and I saw that this thing was happening in Jerusalem. So what happened is I couldn't stay there. I took my stuff and I hitchhiked in the middle of the night back to Jerusalem to be there before Friday morning. And we met up with a few friends. Some of them were in that time were very, very committed peace workers in this area. Ibrahim Abu al-Khabra, Eliyahu McLean, Dvorah Braus, Chaim Cohen, and Miriam, and Lisa, and Hannah Lisa Omer. So we all met on this balcony in front of the Temple Mount, with a view of the Temple Mount, and we called the Wailing Wall on the side of the Wailing Wall, and we called for a peace vigil every Friday when there was the Day of Rage. We came and we sat there in the middle and we had the peace vigil, and there were times we were singing and praying and sharing, and there was meditating, and there was shooting, and there were things exploding, And I remember a few times the army came and they told us we have to move. And we said, and we closed our eyes and we continued singing. And they left. So I agree with you, Thomas. We did this.
Yeah.
We were holding the torch of peace.
Yeah. Yeah, the world needs brave souls, you know,
We did,
to
it
be.
for 3 years.
Yeah.
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 Every Friday.
Every Friday.
Oh, really? Wow. Wow. Wow.
Jeff was part of it too. Right?
Jeff Goldstein
Jeff
was
Goldstein,
there,
yeah.
yes.
And you know, people from different groups passed by and they were interested. What are we doing? Who we are? And that's how we made friends from America and other places in the world.
All kinds of tourists and also Orthodox people and Muslims and Christians. Yeah.
That was our spot, this spot.
Yeah. Also, Yitzhak Chayutman.
Yes.
Sometimes we would go to his house after.
You used to come too, no, Eva?
Yeah, I remember, of course. It was I used to join you. And we also had a memorial for Yitzhak Chayutman here.
Yeah.
Annalisa's visions, art visions.
Yeah, we just did it last few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was very,
I
very
was
proud.
there.
And we had an event, tulip event a few weeks ago with Chaim Cohen, who you said were with you. And we had Ben Molov, who works with Israel, Arab, Palestinian dialogues in the universities. And both of them were talking about, for 20, 30 years, we've done this peace work, the Sulha, you know, with Ibrahim, Eliyahu McLean, the Jerusalem peacemakers, Ibtisam, and Chaim was saying, and now it's happening again in Gaza. It's like he's holding his hand. He's like, why didn't all this work we've done help? Hasn't it helped? Talking and meditating so long.
But I must say, Eva, we had a celebration in Mea's school right in the middle of this war just now for Shavuot and Ramadan. And we were there, and as parents in this case, so not even as peace workers, we were there as parents. And in this kind of place, and there's lots of places like this, we all work together. It's not even an issue. The work we're doing is not work to make peace. We are there already and we're working on other things. The same thing, this week we have the environment committee on Zoom. We're putting in proposals for the environment summit. And also here, it's a completely joined committee of East and West Jerusalem. And again, also here, we're not doing it together because the goal is peace. We're doing it together because we already are there and we're working together on a common goal. So I feel that we've moved forward a lot.
Because the underground grassroots is still here. It's just other extreme factions happening on top of it, kind of a thing.
It's underground, but it's actually probably closer to the majority of the will of the people, you know.
Yeah, it's more mainstream than we think. It's just more quiet.
It's just not in the news, you know. But actually, the reality is that the majority of the people are just into like getting along, and that's it.
What
you know?
people want, they want peace. They want their children to have good education and good life. Who wants war?
Right.
Nobody interested in it. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's like coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not that nobody's interested in it. There's some people that are interested in it, but it's definitely not the majority. It's like the extreme to whatever direction it is. You know, there's all kinds of extreme. But there is extreme, but it's a small part of the population that really wants this. You know. very small.
It-
The reasoning is completely illogical anyway, you know.
Mm,
Whatever reasoning it is, you know,
mm,
whoever is in charge of this going on, these fighting.
yeah. It's very touching to hear your stories, and I'm a little bit curious. What made you so dedicated to work for peace? Did something happen in your life, or that was the calling of your soul? What is
Growing up in
behind
this
this?
country, you know, for me, like, you see, this is going on. Like, I was born two years after the last full-scale war that happened in Israel. So you know how they say the baby boomers for people that were born after the Second World War?
I'm
Yeah.
a boomer.
Yeah, so there's another, like, if you were born after the Yom Kippur War, then you're kind of like an Israeli, even more New Age kind of boomer, you know, kind of like this, you know, because I wasn't exposed to a full-scale war going on around us, you know?
You're
Only
right.
like conflicts and happenings, and it's not a full-scale war.
Mm.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, so you guys can see my lips, because if he's speaking also making noises and then you see him, it's hard to focus.
That's great.
But he's saying Sheva, Sheva, that's 7, you know? And we had a very strong talk about this 7, because that's a really important thing, actually. And I want to speak about 2 things. One of them is the number 7, because the Star of David is like now it's saying 6, which is the Star of David is the number 6. Exactly it.
Vad var det? Vi har 7 års också.
לכי ממעיין, לילה טוב חמודי. לילה טוב.
So, can you say it once more about 7?
I'm going to try to take this child to bed.
Yeah.
Either way, Thomas, to answer your question, I'm a 3rd generation Holocaust survivor. And I got a call. I came to Israel because I dreamt that I lived in Jerusalem in a dream that recurred. So I feel like I have something to do here. So when I see that there's something that could be done, I jump on it.
Yeah, she's a worker.
Yeah, I'm less of a philosopher. I'm more of a like jumper.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
so
mostly
when you actually work,
environment, but the peace work is part of the environment work, because the only way we can take care of the environment if we do it together, especially here in the Middle East, like the whole question of who the land belongs to is really becoming less and less relevant. The relevant question is how can we together make sure that this land stays viable to live in? That's the relevant question. And the way that we can do that is only through peace, because we share water and we share air and we share soil and we share food. And without these things, these really important elements, we can't survive. So it doesn't matter who the land belongs to. What matters is what we can do together to take care of the land. I have to go to this child. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Bye, Eva.
Bye.
Han frågar om hon ska sopa över.
ביי ביי.
אנחנו נראה אותה.
יופי, אני שמחה שאתה שמח שאני פה.
Okay, so yeah, this is Pele. He's amazing, you know.
Yes.
He's a wonder boy.
Pele means wonder. Pele.
Oh, really?
And it's actually I researched, and it's apparently the origin of the name Peter is actually Pele.
Pele, yeah.
And it's I didn't know it's like was one of the disciples of Jesus, Peter. Actually, his name was Pele because he was Israelite, Jewish, I don't know, something like that.
Right. It's
And,
also
and the word Pele is in Gematria, which is the when you put the numbers to the letters, then it comes out to 111. That's his Gematria. So it's a pretty strong number, 111, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's also the opposite letters from writing Aleph, which is the first letter of the alphabet. Aleph, Pele. Just write it exactly reversed, you know. Aleph Lamed Pei, it's Aleph, and Pei Lamed Aleph is Pele. So
Reading out
Mm.
backwards.
yeah. And the other thing is about the number 7 and the number 6. So the number 6 is basically the Star of David because it has 6 points or six lines, you know, that make it. And the number 6, it's like it's a whole very strong, perfect geometric structure. It's very perfect and strong, but it lacks something, and the only thing it lacks is the spirit. And this is where the number 7 comes in. When you go from the just the Star of David, but then when you put the dot inside it, or when you put the intention that there's a 7th element there, this is like the 7th direction, because you have six directions that you can count if you're counting outwards, but then there's one more direction which is inwards, and like, you know, there's top, bottom, right, left, forward, backwards. That's 6. Yeah, same like with the Star of David, there are 6. There's 6 points. So if you're also pointing inwards, then you have the 7. And this is
Right.
probably the reason why we count the week as a 7-day week. It's probably the reason. Like, we have this cycle because this is a complete cycle of physical existence for us, you know, the complete cycle, the 7th cycle.
The 7 days, the Shabbat.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a day of observation
Shabbat
because you
is,
work
going inside.
you work on the
Why?
inside and Shabbat. That's exactly what it is.
Shabbat comes from the word lashevet, means to speak.
Or
In
to
other
or
words,
to or to lishbot, to
to stop.
to go on strike, kind of thing, you know, like you're working all week and you're striking on Shabbat on the weekend.
Okay.
But yes, Lashevet also to sit.
I mean, it comes from the root of the same word, to sit. You know, like in meditation, you know, zazen, you sit.
Observing and really going inwards. This is the idea.
You stop doing, you stop working, so you can contemplate. You can go inside and fill up the batteries. I think this is the best present God gave us.
Not to work one day.
Remember to give time to just observe, you know, to not to practice and to do and to make an effort, but just to observe, to take. It's very important also to observe. Like, it's just 1 out of 7 days is the idea. There are actually some religious Jews that view it that we should do it the other way around, because if God is working for 6 days to create the world, and then on the 7th day God is resting, so we should do the opposite. We should rest for 6 days and work for 1 day. You know, does that make sense? And that's actually something that Anastasia is saying in Russia. I don't know if you know about this lady.
Yeah.
She lives in Siberia in Russia. You know about her?
Yes, we read those books several times. Yes.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have
So,
yeah,
and that's
I'm
what she's
from
saying.
Russia.
She's saying I work 1 day a week and that's it. And the rest of the week I just have fun. I live my life. I do what I want, you know, and I just work for 1 week and it's enough to sustain me. Just living in the forest like this, you know. So
yeah.
So you guys have any more thoughts about the number 6, the number 7, the Star of David, the week, this whole intention?
Something.
Even if God
It was
needed
interesting way of saying that is, yeah. We're on the way to build our house here in Sweden, and we're looking into the garden right now. and Anna came up with, we could call the garden 7 levels of consciousness, and so we are kind of looking at different levels in the garden, and I was kind of wondering actually at that point, why 7, you know?
Yeah.
So it was quite interesting that you brought it up now, because we talked about it last week.
7 levels. There's also 7 chakras.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
And look at it, and really the crown chakra is the 7th chakra, and this is the connection to the divine, to the higher self.
Yeah.
So it's
And
also
and the
like
United
Shabbat
States.
in a way.
United
We even
States
say
have.
Shabbat.
Yeah.
We even say Shabbat Malka, like it's the queen. Shabbat is like it's the queen. That's why you say Shabbat Malka. So it really is a royal kind of, you know, state of mind or existence or day. Yeah.
If I don't rest on Shabbat, I feel tired entering the new week. For me, it's necessary, not from religious reasons even, just because I notice that it's the truth. I need one day rest to recover, you know, to contemplate, to assimilate the experiences. And then Sundays start anew for me. In Israel, Sunday is the new beginning of the week. I start with new soles on my feet, you know. If I don't do it, I drag.
Exactly. That's also what I'm feeling. I can't imagine doing a non-stop 24/7. Just, and also Shabbat is so powerful because I don't do electronics. So at the end of Shabbat, I feel energy to start again. But 7, I feel like 8 is really important to add. I think 7 is not the end of. It's like an hook.
No, it's not the end. There's more.
It's
It's endless. It's endless. It's endless. 8 is like the infinity or the continuity and the abundance.
So we're struggling to the 8 all the time.
Then we have the 8, which is like endless, you know.
Yeah, so what you're saying. And then there's also the 9, which the 9 is like the path and the path of truth, and like already being on your journey. You know, that you go, that you're complete with your journey. You know, that's the 9. Right. The 9 actually translates to emet, which is truth in Hebrew. The truth is 9. Actually, Aleph, Mem, Taf. It's very strong because Aleph is the first letter, Mem is the middle letter, and Taf is the last letter. So you have the beginning, the middle, and the end. That's the truth of the whole story. It's nothing missing there. You know?
The whole picture.
And it's also the number 9, which is exactly written opposite from the number 6. If you put 6 and 9 together, you get a kind of a yin yang going on. And the number is actually representing research in Hebrew. You find this magic with the numbers. It's just really strange. It's like it's been invented by very, very intelligent beings that are not us. You know, somebody else invented this language. It's mathematically mind-boggling. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So is there any connection between the numerology and Kabbalah also? Are they connected too? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you a modern Kabbalistic numerology story that was, let's say, recognized or spoken about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago or so. There is the word Google. Okay, so the word Google wasn't very known until the Google search engine. Before that, people didn't really know this word, but it means a number that has 1 and a million zeros behind it. Yeah. So it's a big number, yeah, Google. But anyway, the word Google in Hebrew, you write it Gimel Vav Gimel Lamed, Google, okay? And it's the number that comes out is 42. Now, why does that mean anything, 42? There is a book that's called Life, the Universe, and Everything by Douglas Adams. It was written in the 1970s, I think, or something. But it was a big deal because the idea is that they build this supercomputer there, And the supercomputer was asked, what is the answer to the life, the universe, and everything? So after 1,000 years, this computer calculates the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And the answer is, the whole universe is like looking and waiting to hear the answer. The answer is, he's saying, I'm going to give it to you, but you're not going to like it. They're like, please tell us. Like 42 is the answer, okay? So the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. And 42 in Gematria, it's Google, you know? And it's like, in a way, to me, the way I saw it is like God having a laugh with this modern Hebrew. It's like, you think you can, you know, play with my Hebrew, you can't, you know? It's immaculate, you know? It's like, what? It's a new, you know?
But I have to piggyback on this, what you're saying, the Google and Kabbalah. So, you know, we use iPods, iPads, right? iPhone. And when we do this, it gets too much light. But when you have the numbers, when you're doing a telephone numbers, like 4 rows of threes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4 rows of threes, because you have the star and the dial. Yeah.
We use that iPad and we punch in and everything. And in the old times, the priests used a breastplate, which is called.
Like I didn't think about it. איזה מגניב, you're right. היא אומרת המקשים של הטלפון, מסתכלים על זה.
Right. So
מסתכל על המקשים, אז אני מקבל את אבני החושן, את הלוח.
נכון. So there's breastplates are called ephod, and they're like 12 gemstones and 3.
אבני החושן, מעניין. It's amazing.
And the priest used to click on these gemstones to get an answer.
Yeah.
The holiest of holiest. So I think it's also God's way of saying iPod, iPhone, iPad,
iPhone, yeah. It's like a food, yeah. It's like a food.
These things, everybody is glued to it. It's like our breastplate, our way to navigate. It's our priest is becoming a way to connect with each other, and that's what the priests did 2,000 years. I'll send you a picture of the priest and the breastplate. You'll understand, and it's called ephod. I'll write it here on the chat. So the Kabbalah is kind of the groundbreaking thing behind everything.
It's also the prophecy is that in the redemption, the time of redemption, everybody's going to ascend to higher spiritual level. Everybody on the planet. So having this, you know, it's kind of like in a way, without even noticing, we're practicing this very strong spirituality. You know, just by using these things and like being more aware of our environment, of what's going on. And I mean, yeah, sure, everybody uses it in their own way, and some people use it or abuse it or, you know, get addicted to stuff in it or whatever it is, but still, you're still like learning a lot through this, you know, and like really evolving and growing through this.
And in a hidden way, each one is a priest.
What?
Everybody's becoming, that's the point, that everybody's ascending to be Leviim, which are the cantor priests.
The priest.
According to the prophecy of the redemption, they're saying that the whole world is going to become Leviim, the whole of Israel is going to become Kohanim, the whole of all the Kohanim are going to become high Kohanim. You know, so Kohanim, it's like the high priests, or the ones that were originally wearing the breastplate. So because everybody's using this in a way, it's like helping us ascend in a way. It's a good symbol that this is not nothing to be feared of, and just it's okay to use it. You know, it's a good thing to use.
It's a hidden hint.
Yeah.
Wow,
I love it, Eva. Thank you. Really appreciate this. Yeah.
Because everyone has a phone.
Everyone has a food. Yeah.
I'll look for a link for it and here.
But no, it's okay. They got it. It's pretty clear.
Okay.
So we wanted to talk, Eva, about these 3 words, the co-words. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The three co words, it's like this. We started this last year, 2020. 2020 is perfect vision in English because of the feet. Meters, they say 6x6 vision. It's like perfect vision. It's just the term that's used. So 2020 was about co-visioning. We did 2020, opening the third eye as the third 20. It was a co-visioning year. And it was definitely very clearly, especially like after 3 months that the corona like just quarantined all of us and took us to where it took us. So it definitely was very clear that it is about co-visioning and nothing else, because this is a time we can do what we can do, but not much. But it's more important that we'll take this as a kind of sabbatical year for just visioning our future and co-envision what we want to install in the future for ourselves as humanity, as a planet, as a society, as friends, and as family. And then we came to a conclusion. Okay, now the next thing is about creating already, because we already envisioned for a whole year. Now we want to create, so we said co-creating. And now this war is going on in Israel, between Israel and the Palestinians. And we thought, okay, coexisting is very important. So it goes and it completes the triangle. In a way, it's very grounding to think about it, that you can't just have visioning and creating. You also have to have the coexisting, and that's the only way that the other two can really develop and become more like really evolve and expand. Is only if you have those other the coexisting also. Coexisting is about just accepting the other and being whole with whoever is out there, whoever's outside. And the symbol that we put for this event, you probably got it if you saw that on WhatsApp or an email that Eva put of the co-vision, co-create, coexist. And the coexist, there's a very famous, that's the one that's in the picture there. The coexist has the symbols of the different religions embedded into the word. So it's do you have it? I think I have it here on WhatsApp. No, I don't have it here. Maybe. This is Michal.
So Jonathan, all these things, coexistence, co-creating vision is very important, but also and eat are important too, to eat. So me and Anna, we just gonna start to say goodbye because we're gonna eat together with her son here. Yes.
Okay.
So thank you for this lovely time and all your wisdom. It's kind of warming our hearts here in Sweden. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm showing. It's very nice to meet you guys, and you brought a very, very, very positive and empowering and full of life kind of energy today. I feel, and I'm very grateful for you guys. And
yes,
great.
Thank
also,
you.
You had a very nice connection with Pele. It was great. Also,
Yes, and cat also.
Yes, with the cat. Yes,
and you brought even more joy in these difficult times, and that's really important to create the transformation. You need to have this kind of energy to maybe to transform. So I love that, to hear that. It was very inspiring actually for us to be and listen to you. Yeah.
You can see that I'll leave you with just seeing the coexist. If you haven't seen it before, then
yes,
very strong word.
It's very strong. Actually, this is good. I gotta take a picture of it. This was really good. I haven't seen it before.
Who made this picture? Was it you who made this picture?
Well, it's actually no, I didn't make it. This is actually sewn onto one of my my jackets, and it's a picture of the patch that was sewn onto my jacket. But it's but the actual design, I don't know who made it. I'm not sure, but I've seen it around in the last 10 or 20 years. I don't know.
Okay.
Like a while back, someone designed it, and it's beautiful. It's
very, very.
It reminds you that we're all one in a very nice way.
Yes. Mm.
Wonderful. Wow, great. Thank you for coming on board.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Yes. Då säger vi hej då och bye
Hej då,
bye. So
bye bye.
welcome
Hej
to
då.
Sweden. Welcome to Sweden also. Yeah.
Bye bye.
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 Thank you, Ella.
Bye bye.
The woman that, האישה שמושכת בחוטים, אני קוראת לה.
What was it?
Jacob is coming in now, so
Jacob is coming now.
Yeah.
I told him to come early today. Okay.
מי זה יעקב?
Miriam was saying that jag är någon som håller tyglarna på någon häst.
יעקב דנון?
גנון.
מי זה?
צרפתי, נגן בפסנתר דתי.
אוקיי.
ראיתי אותו פעם, כן, כן.
אז נחכה לו שתרצו לסיים, עכשיו זה 10:30. אז נראה אם הוא עולה, ואם הוא עייף מדי אפשר גם לסיים.
לא, אני רוצה כבר ללכת.
בסדר, אז אני אגיד לו אחר כך. והיה ממש כיף,